Hello gamers and welcome back. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshak if you want to call me by my in-game name. This is the last part of our Witchwood card review. Again, this was recorded over Twitch, and I kind of put it up into two parts because an hour for a card review is really long, so hopefully it'll be in two nice 30-minute segments for you guys. So with that, let's continue on with our review of the cards, and let's see if I'm right or wrong.
Blink Fox, add a random card to your hand from your opponent's class. It's not bad. I don't know why it's a fox. I don't understand how this card has to do with stealing cards from your opponent's class, but whatever. It's basically a bigger swashbuckler, babbling book, however you want to call it. This card is just, it's decently statted, generates a card. Test Greymane, 8 mana, 6/6. Replay every card from another class you've played this game. Targets chosen randomly. What is this shit? Shaman had a fucking the same shit. It was like 9 mana, 6/6, and recast all the stupid shit. And this is like an 8 mana, 6/6. Replay all the I hate. These are all just like mini yogs. That's all they are. They're just mini yogs. And we saw how dumb Yogg was for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. They're all just mini fucking Yoggs. Pickpocket. Echo. Add a random card to your hand from your opponent's class. Obviously, in combination with the Test Greymane, Blink Fox, getting cards from your opponent's class and playing them to make a bigger Greymane is good. This I think is pretty decent in Arena. It's basically a 10 mana, draw 5 cards. Not that you'd use it on 10 mana, but like, let's say you're both, very little cards in hand. It's the end of the game. You play a card, not only does it not have to draw you cards, which, could get you closer fatigue, it actually just generates them. So you have just as likely of a chance of generating a shitty card as you do a good card. So on average, you'll generate an average-based pool of cards, which if both players again have very minimal cards, the player with more cards will win. So I don't think it's actually that bad. A lot of people are rating this and it's like, oh, it's awful. But you gotta think about it. Like, what about Auctioneer? Like with Rogue, it's not necessarily they have to have like in each individual card in Rogue really isn't that powerful, but when you combo cards together and you're able to have these huge explosive turns, that's where their power level comes from, right? So this allows you to continuously play a spell in a turn. So you get Auctioneer, you reduce the price of your giants, you're making your test bigger or whatever. So I don't think it's bad. Miswraith, 4 mana, 3/5. Whenever you play an Echo card, gain +1/+1. Obviously, Pickpocket, going right along with the card we just reviewed, synergizes with this guy. Really slow in my opinion, and it's kind of just like a bad questing adventure. It's higher statted at the start because questing is a 3 mana 2/2. Whenever you play a card, get +1/+1, and that one's whenever you play a card. While this guy costs 1 mana more, he's statted much better. He's statted +1 attack and +3 HP already, more than the questing adventure, but you have to play Echo cards, and as we know, most Echo cards cost at least 2 mana, if not 3, which means you're only going to be able to play 2 to 3 of them in a single turn, even if you have a full thing of mana. So the drawback here is you get more stats up front, less on the back end. Questing is more explosive on the back end, less stats on the front end. So we'll see how that fits in. I don't think he's bad though. We went over that. Cheap Shot went over that, won it. All right, we got all those cards down. Yeah, boy. And if you're wondering, guys, you're like, oh, when did you go over these cards? And they're in the previous episodes of our review. Probably should have went over that at the beginning. I haven't seen a lot of these shaman cards. 1 mana, discover a Battlecry minion. That's it. Take a look at what they're getting for. You could discover Shudderwook or Eel or Witch's Apprentice. Look at these. There's so many great cards. Oh, Totem Cruncher. If it was discover a Battlecry minion, would see play. Discover a Battlecry minion. Oh, I don't think sees play. Because why would you want to just pay 1 mana to discover a Battlecry minion when you could just play an actual just whatever Battlecry minion you want? If it was discover a Battlecry minion, that means you have the ability to pick a Battlecry minion based on who you're playing against. So let's say some Battlecry minions do better against some classes than others. You know, you have that ability to discover, pick one of those and play it. While this, you're generating a random one. Why the fuck would you generate just a random card? If this was like, for example, why Swashbuckler and Babbling Book see play and why this won't is because they actually have a minion built into them. So they have not only chip damage, but your opponent's going to have to use mana to eventually get rid of that card. While this is just a spell to do the same thing a different thing does, but it's not even a minion in the body. So this is horrible. If this said discover, it would actually be good, but because it doesn't, this is just a shitty bang bang card. And I suppose the only reason this is in here is because you have all of these other cards like this that says whenever you cast a spell, draw a minion from your deck. So this isn't good necessarily on its own. It's supposed to be comboed with other shit like Bog Shaper. So, and like Shutterwook. So it's just a combo mechanic for other things. So weak card up front gets its shit in the back end. I don't know what the fuck just happened to my shit. Like everything's going crazy right now. Zap. 0 mana, deal 2 damage to a minion, overload 1. This card's good. 1 mana, deal 2 damage. Costs 0. Well, I mean, you're paying 1 mana the next turn, but this card's not bad. Not bad. Ghostlight Angler. 2 mana, 2/2 Murloc Echo. Lel. Kind of just a meme card. Oh, it is discover. I don't want to talk about it, chat. I just went on like a 5-minute rant about how this card doesn't have discover. Hold on. I can't even zoom in and out. My shit's too embarrassed right now. Oh man, I don't think I can continue on with the review after that one. Oh, have mercy, chat. On my mind, that never said discover. This word wasn't here. I don't understand. I don't even understand what I was reading, chat. I don't even understand. Earth and Might, 2 mana. Give a minion +2/+2. If it's an elemental, add a random elemental to your hand. I now understand. Oh, never mind. I don't understand. They didn't print any elementals in this set for the shaman. All right, so this card we've gone back over it. This card is good now. This card has all of a sudden become good again. This card's actually not that bad either. Again, 2/2, and then you get to make another alley. Put it to your hand. Not too shabby. We already went over the Shutterwook. Totem Cruncher, I actually like this card. The 4 mana 2/3 taunt Battlecry, destroy your totems, gain +2 for each one destroyed. If you destroy one, he's a 4/5 for 4, so he's a Yeti with taunt. And you destroy anything more than 2 totems and you're happy. And destroying totems really isn't that hard, because if you look in the early game, there's a lot of decks that'll just leave your totems alive. So it's already like, people will like literally leave your healing totem alive or like your 1/1 alive. So this will actually give more threat to them. Plus he has taunt. And like you're almost guaranteed on turn 6 to be able to make this into a Yeti with taunt. He's not bad. We've gone over Bog, we've gone over Witch, we've gone over Eel. Lamau. I don't think there's any new Warlock cards. Oh, yeah, there is. Witchwood Imp. 1 mana, 1/1 stealth. Deathrattle, give a random friendly minion +2 health. What? 1 mana, 1/1. Can't be targeted, basically. Death rattle. This is good in Zoo. This is really good in Zoo. It looks bad, but it's good. It's a good Zoo cards. They are making fun of you, Rob. I make fun of myself. So it's okay. I deserve that. I went on 5 minutes about how a card didn't have the fucking... This card only has like 4 words in it. 1, 2, 3, 4 words. I just needed to find the 25%. 25% of my screen is filled with this word I said it didn't have. I deserve to be made fun of. Ratcatcher, 3 mana, 2/2 rush, battlecry, destroy a friendly minion, gain its attack and health. It's actually pretty good. Are there any cool new death rattles? No. Alright, so this is gonna come down to the egg. So this card's gonna be really good and wild because they play the Nerubian egg. And then you can play this, destroy the egg, gain 3 health, and then it becomes a 2/5, and you get a 4/4 on board. So all Warlock need, I know it has this guy right here, but we need a little bit better than this. This is actually not a bad card at all. Might see play. Not as good as Imp Gang Boss, but still pretty good. The 4 mana summon 4/1/1 imps. Not Imp Implosion. What about the Paradol Hatchling? Oh, the 3, but you want to play it needs to be a 1 or 2 mana death rattle. Like the Witchwood Imp is a good start to it because it'll give this +2 health. So it'll give it +1/+1 and +2. So it gives it basically +1/3, which is really nice, but it needs more than just the Imp to combo with. This guy just needs 1 more card. So there might be a neutral card that this card fits in well with. But this card's just a bad Imp Implosion. And right now, if we look at what Warlock has, Warlock can summon... Warlock has almost this exact same card already. It's a 0 mana summon the Tentacles, and that basically sees no play. So the only difference between that card and this card is that the imps are demons. So if the word demon means that much, then this card will see play, but I don't think so. I think you'd just rather, but I guess the card for the Tentacles is rotating out. So maybe not. Dark Possession. Ooh, this has really cool artwork. Deal 2 damage to a friendly character. Discover a demon. Oh. Probably not. I don't know. It's not necessarily like the 1 mana discover a demon is good, but like I don't know. I don't think Warlock needs like discover mechanic or anything like that because they can just tap. You just keep tapping and drawing cards. So it's why would they need to discover this when they can just play a minion and then just tap? Curse of Weakness. Echo. Give all enemy minions -2 attack until your next turn. That's actually good. Kill Lackey. So I guess yeah, so if they nerf Dark Pact, then this makes sense. Sorry, I'm yawning. Like I said, I'm really tired. So yeah, if they nerf Dark Pact and Dark Pact isn't good anymore, then Dark Possession moves in for the kill. But right now you just have Dark Pact, which is better than this card. Because healing is good. Curse of Weakness, I think is pretty good. Yeah, not bad. I think that's all our Warlock cards, yeah. Warrior cards, please impress me. Oh, never mind. The Rabid Worgen, a 3-mana 3/3 with Rush. Pretty standard there. Literally has one word. Can't really go on about that too much. The Festering Hulk, 5-mana 2/7. After a friendly minion attacks, give it +1 attack. Very similar to the Frothing Berserker. If this guy sits on the board, he can win games by himself. I think Frothing Berserker is actually a little bit better than this guy. But I mean, this guy has a really high health. 5-mana 7 health is huge. And then the 2 attack, like we said, doesn't really matter because things attacking is just gonna make it grow. So this card's actually really good. This card is good. It's bad against Priest though. This is on 5 and your Priest opponent goes to 6 and then they Cabal Shadow Priest this. So you actually, at least you need to have like a minion out when this comes out, right? So you can play this, then attack with a minion, right? And then it'll go to 3 so it can't get Shadow Priest. I don't know if we went over the Town Crier, but this card's really good. Battle Cry, draw a rush minion from your deck. Like, that's really good. Really good. Deadly Arsenal, we went over that. Woodcutter's Axe, we went over that. I think we went over all of these so far. Really not impressed with the Warrior selection. Like, really, really not impressed here. Like, very, very sad. Very sad about that. Alright, so the neutrals. What did we need to go over? Alright. Walnut Sprite, 3-mana 3/3 Echo. So the Warrior has a Rush one. This has an Echo. I saw this being played yesterday with Ben Brode and the Day 9. It just seemed kind of like one of those cards that just, it's a flexible card, more so in arena wise, you know, play it on 3, play it on 6, or play it on 9, and it's pretty good. But in standard play, or like an actual like competitive play, it will not see play. Now we have Bastion here. It's a 4-mana 0/9 taunt mech. But they had there was a thing on Reddit, and it was like this, and then it just like Bastion. Picture right next to him. I would have just banned him. Yeah, next time someone like asks for anything, we don't recognize their name. Actually, even if anybody asks for anything, ban them. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. 3-mana 3/4 Battle Cry. Add a random 2-cost minion to each player's hand. Just bad, right? For underpowered Steambot, it combos too well with Priest Lady and White. But that's one of those cards, like this card is really bad on its own, basically, right? So you've got to either inner fire this, where it's not too bad, but your whole deck is revolving around the whole Lady in White inner fire combo, when right now the deck, it can win without the inner fire. It can outvalue. We've seen it happen before. So when you play cards that are catered, literally they're just awful on their own, it hurts the deck in whole, because right now if you look at the deck, a lot of the cards are good on their own, and then when they work together, they're even better. You know what I'm saying? They're good on their own, better when comboed. This is just bad on its own and good when comboed. So yeah, we could see, you know, in a Lady in White deck, this will probably, you know, people will meme around with it. But the problem is, if you just don't draw the Lady in White and you're stuck with this, it hurts me bad. Yeah, this card, the Mystic, we've classified as bad. Swamp Leech, 1-mana 2/1 Lifesteal Beast. That's actually not too bad. A 1-mana 2/1 is never like 1-mana 2/1 isn't bad, and then Lifesteal makes it really annoying. That's actually not a bad card at all. It's just annoying. It's annoying 1-drop. It's one of those cards that, like, Maelstrom Portal, if it generates this and like you can't deal with it, ugh. 4-mana 2/4 Battlecry, draw an elemental from your deck. Ooh. Is this the card Shaman needed to have a little extra card draw? Oh, it's lifesteal. It's not poisonous. I looked at this and this said poisonous. Chat, I'm hallucinating. Straight hallucinating. So they could get this, and they could get Stone Tusk Spore, and they get a 2 mana 3/2 charge with lifesteal. Oh my god, the power level. Draw an elemental from your deck. So you're paying 2 attack, basically. Ugh. I don't know about this guy. Yeah, I don't know. Night Prowler. 4 mana 3/3 battle cry. If this is the only minion in the battlefield, game 3/3. So it's a 4 mana 6/6. That's actually not too bad. Oh, only minion in the battlefield. All right, never mind. This card sucks. If this said if it's the only minion on your side of the field, then it's not bad. This is such cool artwork too. Why couldn't they make this card good? The artwork on this is tight. That's such a cool little kitty. This card, I don't know. It's the only minion on the battlefield. Like that. When is that ever gonna happen? Marsh Drake. All right, please be cool because your picture is cool. 3 mana 5/4. Oh my god, his ability is gonna suck. Summon Battlecry. Summon a 2/1 poisonous Drake Slayer for your opponent. Oh, why? I guess on turn 5, if you're playing like a mage, you go Marsh Drake and then you ping the 2/1 Drake Slayer. So you basically played 5 mana for a 5/4 dragon. You also maybe you can pull this from your deck, but then if you pull it from your deck, why wouldn't you when you want to pull like a bigger card? I don't know, man. How do we make this card good? How do we kill 2/1s from this card? Maybe we play it like a dragon warrior that can deal 1 damage to everything. So you play this and then you play, but then if you're dealing 1 damage to everything, you're just making this a 5/3. Call to Arms? I thought Call to Arms summons 1/2s. Call to Arms is 1 mana, 2 mana, and 3 mana? I thought it was just a 1 and 2 mana. I could be wrong though. Yeah, it is a 3 mana, isn't it? Because it could pull War Leader. Holy shit. Call to Arms can pull, isn't it 3 or less? Yeah, you're right. My mind's not working on full, so or all 6 cylinders right now. I'm working on like 1 cylinder. 2 or less. All right, it's 2 or less. You could have sold me on either one of those and I'd buy 3 or less, 2 or less, 4 or less. Rob, you just play Call to Arms. It summons every minion in your deck. Oh, this you can play Oakheart, Master Oakheart, guys. The 1, 2, and 3. That's the 1, 2, and 3 I was thinking of is Master Oakheart. But are you really gonna play Marsh Drake so you can play him with Master Oakheart? I don't fucking think so. I was wanting this card to be good, man. It's a cool picture. Mad Hatter, 4 mana, 3/2 Battlecry. Randomly toss 3 hats to other minions. Each hat gives +1/+1. That's really good if you have the board. This card is good if you have the board. If you don't have the board, it's a win more card. This is just a win more card. 2 mana, 1/1 deathrattle. Give your minions +1 attack. Wait. Life Drinker. Holy shit, this thing is scary. 4 mana, 3. They like their 4 mana 3/3s. Battlecry, deal 3 damage to the enemy hero. Restore 3 health to your hero. Whoa! That's not bad. That actually isn't bad. Did we just find a neutral rare that isn't absolute fucking doggy dinkle sauce? It's actually not terrible. Think about the possibilities, chat. In Wild, on turn 8, you can play Barnes. Not Barnes. You can play, what the fuck is his name? He doubles battle cries. I can't even think of his name anymore. It's been so long. But anyway, you can do 6 damage. Wow! After your hero attacks, give this minion +1/+1. So they were playing this in the, a rogue deck. Because of every time you can attack with a weapon. Doesn't seem that bad. I mean, it grows over time. Pretty solid in Arena. It's a 3 mana 4/4 if you have your weapon out on 2. Bran, thank you. Barnes, Bran. It's like the same guy, just on a different day. Etten, 7 mana, 5/9 taunt. Just a big old fucking goofy goober. Stats aren't bad. So I would rather have a 7 mana 5/9 with taunt than a war golem. Just saying. So this guy, in my opinion, is a better war golem. All they did was give him +2. They took his attack away by 2. They moved it to his health. They gave him taunt. This used to be a war golem. Low. 4 mana, 1/6 lifesteal taunt. Demon. 4 mana, 1/6 lifesteal taunt. Okay. Like, why do they have to make neutral cards so fucking pointless? Like, some of them are good, but a lot of the neutral cards, like, unless it's a legendary or an epic, it's just bad. I wonder if the people who make class cards get paid more than the people who make the neutral cards. So I feel like the people making all of these, like, filler neutral cards, like, some of them are kind of okay. Like, Walnut Sprite and, like, this Life Drinker. And, like, maybe this Clan Thug. But, like, this guy deserves a demotion. We talked about the Doctor. I mean, this isn't even a beast. The last Moonkin was a beast. This Moonkin's not even a beast. A 7 mana 2/8 spell damage +2. Like, what am I gonna do with this guy? What am I doing with the Moonkin? He's mad at himself. He's like, what the fuck did they do this to me? I suck. I'm never gonna see play. My Moonkin family's gonna hate me forever because I'm never gonna make my way into not even the shittiest of arena decks. Please destroy me. That's why I have fucking, what is it called? The fucking Naruto water fucking bomb thing. Look at it. He's got 2 of these motherfuckers. He's about to explode his face. Rip the Moonkin, dude. Chief Inspector. 5 mana 4/6 battle cry to store all enemy secrets. Holy fucking, get wrecked, mage. The card we need, but not the card we deserve. See, they basically made Eater of Secrets better. Rasengan, there you go. Thank you. So now, instead of playing a 4 mana 2/4 that just sucks, we actually can pay 1 more mana. We get +2 attack and +2 health. This card is good. This card is actually a decent tech card. Because the stats aren't terrible. The point is, like, you want tech cards to be slightly worse than their stat cost, because that's the price of the tech. But when you pay 4 mana for a 2/4 and they don't have secrets, it just feels awful. Like Gluttonous Ooze, 3 mana 3/3, stats are under, but it destroys weapon. They don't have a weapon, you still have a decent minion. This 5 mana 4/6, the ability doesn't trigger, still have a decent minion. Not bad. We went over that guy. Wormguard, Battlecry, if you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and taunt. So it basically is just the Tar Lord. Exactly, Forgottery. This is just Tar Lord, right? The one that's like a 7 mana, 1 taunt, and when into your opponent's turn, it gets +2 attack. This is just like a dragon's version of having a Tar Lord. Doesn't seem that bad, actually. 4/11 for 7 mana. I mean, that's just a huge card. Swamp Dragon Egg. 1 mana 0/3 deathrattle, add a random dragon to your hand. If this was at if this had any sort of board presence whatsoever, that Warlock card that we went over previously would actually have a good target. But because you're adding a random dragon to your hand for 1 mana and you've got to kill this, I really don't see it being that good. Vicious Scalehide. 2 mana 1/3 lifesteal rush beast. If this had rush, makes it good. Lifesteal, normally hunters don't need lifesteal, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe in like some like mid-range hunter that needs board control early on, being able to play like a 1/3 that can trade into something is decent. Plus, if you can combo this with like, I don't know, Houndmaster on 6 or like the a 2-mana 3/2 card that battle cry, give a minion adapt, but I don't think it's that great. It's not terrible though. All right, guys, I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick, and then we'll keep reviewing because we got quite a few more cards left. So give me like 2 minutes. When I got back from the dentist and I didn't want to take my nap, I fucking like gulped down large quantities of water in the hopes that it would like wake me up and make me less tired. It did not do that. All right, so we're on the Baleful Banker. 2 mana 2/2 battle cry. Choose a friendly minion. Shuffle a copy of it in your deck. Looks like Gorgon, but worse. Right? It's like a budget-based Gorgon, Zola, because she puts it in your hand.
Live insect.
What happened? Life insect? What you talking about, Pip-Boy? You're talking about my friend. Appreciate the $3 dono. First dono of the stream. Making our way up to the burrito. We got more than half of it complete. I don't think this card is actually that bad. Plus, if you're playing like other against control decks, like adding another card to your deck is really nice. I don't think it's a bad card at all. Were you supposed to say die insect? Witchwood Piper Battlecry, draw the lowest cost minion from your deck. I mean, it could, if you're running like mage, you can draw into your Doom Guard, you can draw into the secrets. Like that, not the secrets, but the people who pulled the secrets, the archaeologists. Doesn't seem that bad. It's also not bad in arena. Because like, let's say in arena, you don't have a lot of low cost. You've got like 2s and 3s. You can draw this, play it on 4 and get like a 2. So you can combo the 2 with a 5 and a 3. Because it's just the lowest card cost in your deck at that time, right? So if you like draw all your low cost minions from your deck, you actually can draw a pretty good minion later if you've already drawn your smaller stuff.
Daddy, did someone say burrito?
Yo, Pip with another $2 dono. Yes, we now have the amount for burrito. This card has super cool artwork, by the way. Splitting Fester Root, 8 mana 4/4, summon 2/2/2 saplings. I'm pretty sure those 2/2 saplings go into 1/1 saplings, right? Or did the 2/2 saplings not turn into 1/1s? But I'm pretty sure they turn into 1/1s. Mossy Horror. This is actually, remember what I was saying? Neutral cards that cost neutral cards that are epics. 6 mana, 2/7, battle cry, destroy all their minions with 2 or less attack. That's just good. And that's just a nice, especially like think about this with the Warlock card. Like they basically reprinted the Warlock or the Priest's Pine Size into Shadow Word Horror. You now have that Warlock card with Echo that gives everything -2. And then you can use it twice because that'll be at 10 mana because it has Echo. And then you can kill all cards that cost 6 or less on your opponent's side of the board. So, Mossy Horror with the, that new Warlock card that does minus attack is pretty good. Ashmore, 7 mana, 6/6. Battle Cry, draw a Rush, Lifesteal, and Death Rattle card from your deck. I mean, I saw a couple posts about her basically just being a better curator. So, I mean, it just seemed good, right? 7 mana, 6/6. Stats aren't terrible. They're not great. And she draws basically potentially 3 cards from your deck. She doesn't have Taunt, which is her only downside, but she's statted higher than curator. So. Organ Abomination. That is an abomination. 7 mana, 6/6. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to all other damaged minions. What do we think about that? So he's a Baron. He has 1 more attack. He has 1 more health, -1 attack, and he only does damage to all other damaged minions. It's trash. Do you know anything about the single player adventures coming out this expansion? I know they're doing them, but I don't know what they're gonna be. Like they said they were gonna add on to the adventures with just new bosses. I'm pretty sure that was what they said. I'm sure it has it on their page. I didn't really like the solo adventures calling, so I didn't really play them. I still haven't even completed them. I hate playing against UIs, like boss UIs. Like the adventures, there were specific bosses, and there's like, you know, they required you to do certain things with your deck, which was cool. But like actual just UI bosses, that like I don't know, I just didn't really like it that much. But a lot of people really did. All right, so it seems like all of you think he's pretty bad. I didn't think he was that great because it's too damage. They have to be damaged minions. So I guess, I mean, technically you could maybe go like Whirlwind or like Warpath, and then you could play this guy, and then hopefully they have 3 or less HP. But like, you have to use 2 cards just to get this, do 2 damage to everything. I don't know. Maybe Warrior, maybe. Voodoo Doll, I think it's actually pretty good. Battlecry, choose a minion. Deathrattle, destroy chosen minion. So you play this, you ping her, you play this, and then you defile. This is a good card. It's really annoying. Plus, it looks pretty cool. We went over Doll Master. We went over Spell Shifter. We went over all of these in our last one. That's it? All the cards? We covered them all? I think so. Wow. All right. That was kind of a lackluster ending. Well, it's because we covered like a lot of these cards already, but still. Cool. So with that, that wraps up our final, the Witchwood card review. It's going to be coming out this upcoming Thursday, which is literally 2 days away. So not tomorrow, but the next day. It should be awesome. Of course, we'll be streaming it, and that's when I plan on doing the headset giveaways and whatnot. Again, I'm still working on exactly how I'm going to do that, but I should be able to figure that out within the next 2 days, ideally. So with that, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below if I missed out on anything, or if I didn't elaborate long enough on some card that you think has more potential than what I thought it did. And I'll see you in the next episode. As always, I'm Robert Warshak, and happy whatever the hell day it is.